Yeah, he's gone, that's it, that's the end. Dominic Cork gets Courtney Walsh, LBW's second ball. England win the Test match by 158 runs. They win the series 3-1, the first time for 31 years that England have beaten the West Indies.
Great scenes here at the Oval. Walsh makes that lonely trek back, but he's played his part many, many times for the West Indies. It's been a privilege for everybody to see him perform. The highest wicket taker in international Test cricket leaves the Oval. England have already made their way off. Well, he's got a winning team.
Players have not really had time to take it all in. The crowd have streamed onto the Oval, wanting to pat their heroes on the back and get as close as they can to all the players. The innings didn't last long for Courtney Walsh, and it's the last time we'll see him in a Test match in England. 483 wickets he's taken in his Test match career, 405 to Curtly Ambrose, 888 between them. But the celebrations are all with England, and quite right too. It's been a marvellous series for them. Emotions will be running high. Duncan Fletcher, the coach, has put so much time and effort into the preparation of this team and this side, and it's all paid dividends now. It's been a marvellous summer for English cricket.
Behind the scenes, into the dressing room, a lot of sweat in there, a lot of heartache. Generally thought of as a private place, but unique view for everybody. See the England players, it certainly will not have sunk in yet. Youngster Marcus Trescothick, give me some more of this.
What a game he'll be thinking it is. Straight into the Test side, runs, victories, marvellous. This is where the camera gets damp, as well as a few players. Quite right too.
One or two will just sit on the locker and reflect quietly. Others will be very boisterous, enjoy themselves until they come to a standstill. Ian McLaren, the back in the suit. Perhaps that might be clumsy to have a suit on just at this time. But look at the scenes at the Oval, 5th day. Incredible.
18,000 people crammed into the Oval today, and the majority of them are now standing on the outfield. They're all round the square, trying to get as close as they can to the pavilion, where the presentation will take place in a few minutes' time. Michael Atherton can reflect. What a great game it's been for him. 83 and 108. Just absorb the atmosphere, take it all in, relish it, because as these guys know, it doesn't happen every day.
That was Stewart's locker. That's where he sits for Surrey. He'd have claimed that immediately when he went into the dressing rooms at the Oval. Very special scenes in the dressing room. Photographers are in there just capturing the moment. He'll not be quiet for too long, the laddie at the back, Darren Gough.
This is the end. Courtney Walsh trapped in front of all three, hitting the back pad. No question that is out, LBW. Dominic Cork gets the wicket. Stewart gets the stump. So does Vaughan. They're scrabbling over them themselves. And mayhem ensued. Celebrations will go on long into the night.
Absolutely ecstatic, the England team. They definitely will not have taken all this in. There will come a time when they sit down, the captain's at the back, just on his locker, sitting quietly. Atherton walks about. There's the captain, he's played his part. Not had the runs. He certainly had the nous and the know-how and the brains, and he will get the runs. Brilliant.
What a reaction. That just about says it all. Relief, ecstasy, and perhaps a tinge of disbelief.
Crowd too pay their respects to the West Indies big two, Ambrose and Walsh. But the vast majority there celebrate an England Test Series victory over the West Indies. They've won the series 3-1.
It's a story of the West Indies' second innings. Began yesterday late on. Campbell and Griffith saw them through to the close without too many mishaps. This morning, though, they put on 50 and went in the space of 2 overs. And from then on, really, it was just a matter of time. Lara played very well for his 47, so too did Sarwan before he was run out for 27. There was a flurry at the end from Nagamutu, McLean and Ambrose, but in the end, the West Indies were bowled out for 215 by those men. Gough 3 for 64, tried his heart out yet again, as he always does. Caddick 4 for 54 before limping off with an ankle problem. And Dominic Cork provided the denouement, 2 for 50. Story of the game, England 281 and 217, West Indies 125 and 215. England won by 158 runs. It's been a wonderful summer for England. They beat Zimbabwe at Lord's to set it all off, drew at Trent Bridge, won the series. And against the West Indies, it all started badly. Lost by an innings and 93 in the first test. Came back strongly at Lord's when everything looked against them to win the game by 2 wickets. Drew at Old Trafford and won the last 2 matches of the series at Headingley and here at the Oval. The series result, England have won 3-1. Well, the Oval's packed, the outfield's packed, and the celebrations are going on. We'll be back very shortly for the presentation.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our presentation ceremony for this final Cornhill Insurance Test match. Before I introduce our presentation party, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Cornhill for their much valued sponsorship over the years. Now to our presentation party. Please welcome the Right Honourable John Major, President of Surrey County Cricket Club, Mr Paul Sheldon, Chief Executive of Surrey, Michael Soper, Chairman of Surrey, Ray Treen, Chief Executive of Cornhill Insurance, Terry Barwick, Director of Corporate Affairs for the Vodafone Group, and Kate Howie, Minister for Sport. And we mustn't forget Lord McLaurin of Nebworth, who is Chairman of the England and Wales Cricket Board. The player of the match, the Cornhill player of the match, receives a cheque for £2,500, a magnum of champagne and a Cornhill medallion from Ray Treen. I would like you to welcome, for his adjudication, former England captain David Gower.
Thanks, Dermot. Well, ladies and gentlemen, first up, the one thing I must do is congratulate England on a fabulous series win. It's been hard work. It's been well worth waiting for. There's one very good reason I'm stood up here this afternoon. Cornhill and I go back an awful long way. They and I both made our debuts in 1978. 23 seasons on, it's the end of Cornhill sponsorship, and once again we have a huge debt of gratitude to them for everything they've put into this magnificent game over that period of time. Thank you very much indeed to Cornhill. And I might add that one thing I never did as a captain of England was beat the West Indies, so it's a very special day for all of us. Now, as to the player of the match, there have been yet again in a game that lasts 5 days for a change, and we must be thankful for that too. There have been some fine performances from both sides. I'll sort of go through them in some sort of order, some sort of chronological order. We started on Thursday with Michael Atherton and Marcus Trescothick, an opening partnership of 159. They got England on the way towards this historic win. The England bowlers, when West Indies batted, well, Craig White took yet another 5-wicket haul, his best in Test cricket, 5 for 32, and finished up with none for 32 in this second innings. Andy Caddick, another man who's been very consistent throughout this series. 1 in the first innings, 4 for 54 in the second innings. Darren Gough, he's always been there, 3 wickets in this second innings. England bowling attack as a whole has been magnificent. For West Indies, I must congratulate you all on the welcome you gave today to Curtly Ambrose and Courtney Walsh. It was magic to watch, magic to be here. They have been magnificent servants to West Indies cricket. They are truly amongst the greats of Test match cricket in the history of the game, and I would too like to bid a very fond farewell and thank them for everything they've done. They've been superb, absolutely superb, the two of them. It was also nice in the context of the game today to see another touch of brilliance from Brian Lara. 47 today, just brightened the day a bit for the West Indies. But as far as the man of the match, the Cornhill player of the match for this game is concerned, it's the man who totalled 191 runs. He faced 545 balls, batted for 725 minutes. It's Michael Atherton.
Michael, many congratulations from me as well. 83 in the first innings, 108 in the second, and it didn't look an easy wicket to bat on.
Yeah, there was something in the wicket all game, as I think the lowish scores in the match suggest, so it was nice to get some runs here.
Facing Curtly and Courtney, I know you've been asked time and again, who's the more difficult?
They're both different type bowlers and both great bowlers for the West Indies, and I think the ovation they got when they both came to the crease today says it all.
Michael, thanks very much. Congratulations. Enjoy the celebrations. Now, the England side receives a cheque for £21,000 from Ray Treen, and in addition to that, they receive a cheque for £215,000 as a bonus for winning the series. That's from the English and Wales Cricket Board and also from the Vodafone Group, and that'll be presented by Lord McLaurin, that cheque. And to receive that cheque now, Nasser Hussain. Thank you, Nasser. We'll be speaking with Nasser in a moment. He's also receiving a Jeroboam of champagne and the cheque from Ray Treen. Now, we've got the player of the series to get through. The England player of the series receives a cheque for £4,000, a Jeroboam of champagne and a Cornhill medallion, again from Ray Treen. West Indies coach Roger Harper has made his choice, and Roger says for his 23 wickets in the series, the most by an England bowler, for consistently making the initial breakthrough and then taking key wickets throughout the series. He has been so instrumental in all of England's victories. His Cornhill England Man of the Series, Darren Gough. Darren, when you can, well, I don't think you'll stop smiling all night knowing you, but my congratulations to you as well. It's been a wonderful series, not just for you, but for the England side. Your favourite moment?
Today, winning this today was a big day for everybody involved. We're obviously favourites. We didn't expect the support what's been here today. It's been magnificent. We've enjoyed every minute of it, and we've won a series against the West Indies. It's absolutely brilliant.
Congratulations, stay here now. What about the other boys at the other end? They deserve a mention, your other bowlers.
Bowlers have been great throughout. Andy Caddick's been magnificent as he was in the winter, and without him this wouldn't be possible. Dominic Cork and Craig White, the other two that have come in and done great jobs. We've got to mention obviously the other bowlers what come in the series, Matthew Ockard and Ed Giddins. All the bowlers all season have been great, and at last we've got a bowling attack that can match anything in the world.
And we've made some runs as well along the way.
What, the tail enders?
You haven't got too many. Graham Hick coming in at number 7 at Headingley. That was a vital knock.
Yeah, I mean, all the batsmen, it's like I say, it's been bowler friendly all season. All the batters, it's been a true team effort. All the batsmen have been brilliant. Each one's had his moment. And like I say, it's been a great team effort the whole season. And
they shine the ball for you as well, the fielders, the batsmen.
Yeah, especially Marcus Trescothick. He's been great shining the ball. But I want to make a mention to Nasser Hussain. I know he's had an hard run, but he's been a brilliant person, a brilliant captain throughout the year.
Darren, thank you very much. Enjoy the celebrations. Now, the West Indies Cornhill Player of the Series also receives £4,000, a Jeroboam of champagne and a Cornhill medallion from Ray Treen. Duncan Fletcher has chosen, he says there were a few candidates for the Cornhill Player of the Series from the West Indies squad. Jimmy Adams, he wants to pay tribute for Jimmy's captaincy, and he says Curtly Ambrose for his absolute brilliant, consistent bowling. But my Cornhill Player of the Series goes to a man who always kept us under immense pressure when he had the opportunity to bowl and the ball in his hand, and that, of course, is Courtney Walsh. Courtney, congratulations. I know it's disappointing, obviously, to lose a series, but you got 34 wickets. You got 34 wickets in this series. 483 you've got now. Are you going to bring it up to 500 in Australia?
It's a big question. I'll go home and ponder on it first.
You're going to have a think, are you? A little bit of a rest, put the feet up, or get in the nets?
A little bit of rest, put the feet up, and clear my thoughts.
How are the boys feeling now in the dressing room?
Well, obviously we're all disappointed in losing the series. Credit to England, they outplayed us throughout the series and they won the series 3-1, so they played better cricket than us. But all our boys are disappointed, but we just have to regroup and come again.
So we're not going to see Curtly out there opening the bowling with you. We've had some lovely moments out there on the field, all the crowd welcoming you both on today, but the West Indies are going to miss Curtly.
Yeah, they're going to definitely miss us. We can't go on forever.
You just said us.
We can't go on forever. Curtly has made his decision. I'm going to think about mine. But definitely the guys have got to pull up. And I think maybe with Curtly not here now, someone might step up and fill the breach. I'm sure that someone will.
What was it like when you walked out today and all the crowd rose and you had that ovation?
Well, I remember Viv Richard played his last test match here and I felt a little bit like that. I thought, well, I'm not a batsman, I'm a bowler. But it was good. The England team, the gesture they showed to me when they allowed me to walk in the middle, I think it was something I didn't expect, and it catch me completely off guard. But I was overwhelmed because of the respect they showed for me. And
didn't put you off your batting, though?
No.
Courtney, I know on behalf of everybody here, we hope you keep playing and get to that 500 wickets. It's been a pleasure watching you throughout the series. Ladies and gentlemen, Courtney Walsh, Cornhill Player of the Series. Now, I I would like to ask to come forward a man who has conducted himself brilliantly throughout the summer, a great ambassador for his country. Unfortunately, he's the losing captain, Jimmy Adams. Jimmy, you were one up in the series at Lords. You had a first innings lead, but England really bounced back after then when they bowled you out cheaply in the second innings at Lords. And since then, they've been on a bit of a roll.
Yeah, we came into the Lords test one up, and we didn't bat very well in the second innings at Lords. I think what has been characteristic of cricket is that we've been pretty much inconsistent for most of the summer. And credit to England, they've played consistently better cricket than we have.
More all-round as a team effort on the England side.
Definitely. When it has mattered, well, they've come up with performances, but they've done it match in, match out.
I know we've been talking about them throughout this match, but you must pay tribute to Curtly and Courtney.
There's very little that I can add to what has already been said. They're two great fast bowlers who served us very, very well for the last decade and a half, and you know, the entire Caribbean sends them off with, you know, our best wishes.
Taking you back to this morning, not easy batting last on that wicket, a big total to get. For a little while there, Ram Naresh, Sarwan and Brian Lara were scoring freely. Was there still hope in the dressing room?
Well, the plan was basically to get to tea and then let's assess it from there. If we had wickets in hand, and, you know, especially with people like Brian and Sarwan around, we would have probably had a dash for it.
Mike Atherton showed what a stalwart he's been for England down the years and picking up the man of the match here. He batted brilliantly.
Batted very well. On this wicket, with the way we bowl in this game, I think credit to him, he played very well.
Jimmy, thanks very much. It's been wonderful chatting to you throughout the summer. Have a safe trip home. Thank you, Jimmy. Now, on behalf of John Wisden and Cornhill Insurance, Ray Treen will now present the Wisden Trophy to England captain Nasser Hussain. Nasser, congratulations. We'll talk about this match to start with. A great team performance again.
Yeah, all summer it's been a great team performance. It was nice to have a 5-day test match. I thought it was a great test match. I'm just very proud of my team, to be honest. The way they've performed, the way the crowd have come here for 5 days, the weather, absolutely everything, the pitch, Ambrose and Walsh on their side, the fight that they showed, the pride that they showed in their cricket, the pride that we've shown all summer in our cricket. I don't think it'd have ended off better today, and I'm just pleased the better side won.
Now, if I take you back a year, we were standing here and you said you were proud of the team for their efforts against New Zealand, but we lost that series. What a difference a year makes.
Yeah, you know, they've worked hard. When we met up at the beginning of the year, we said that we had a chance of doing something special this summer, to beat Zimbabwe, to win a triangular series, and to beat the great West Indies. It's not until recently that I realised that we haven't beaten them for so long. And to be honest, once I heard that stat of how long we haven't beaten them for, I haven't slept much, because all we've thought about in that dressing room is this trophy. And it's taken, I can't name them all, you know, the Athertons, the Goffs, the White, Stewart, all of them have been absolutely brilliant.
Nasser, enjoy.